Hey everyone! In this particular lecture, we are actually going to derive some important relationships between the terms that we defined in our previous lecture. And yes, these important relations are going to be very useful in our upcoming sessions where we are going to solve some numericals. So let's move ahead to our first relationship, and the first relationship that we are going to derive here is SE equals to be WG. So to start here, just write down the formula for void ratio, that is volume of voids to the volume of solids. But see, this is actually the formula where there is no water present here, and here you can see that this is the water content, this is the degree of saturation, and both are actually related with the water. So to introduce water, what I can do, I can simply divide both numerator as well as the denominator with the volume of water. Now here you can see that what is this term? The numerator. Numerator is nothing but that is the inverse of volume of water to the volume of voids, and hence you can here simply write down that this is nothing but this is your 1 by S, that is the volume of water to the volume of voids. So now I can even write down this as equals to be 1 by S into VW upon V of solids. Yes or no? Now I can also write down that the volume is nothing but that is equals to be the weight upon gamma. Yes or no? So that can be again written down as C. The volume of water is nothing but that is equals to be the weight of water divided by gamma of water. In the same way, volume of solids can be written down as weight of solids to the gamma of solids. Now it can be again written down as 1 by S into WW divided by WS into gamma S upon gamma W. Now see here, this term and this terms both are individually different terms, and see, this is nothing but this is water content, and water content is nothing but that is equals to be the weight of water upon weight of solids, whereas the unit weight of the solids to the unit weight of water, this is nothing but this is GT, that is the true specific gravity. So here I can finally write down that E is equals to be nothing but that is equals to be 1 by S into water content into GT. Again, by cross multiplying, you will get the formula that is SE is equals to be WG. But yes, also note down here that the G that is being given in this particular formula is nothing but that is the true or absolute specific gravity, but not the mass specific gravity. So that can be asked that which specific gravity is actually present in this particular formula. So that is your true specific gravity. Now let us move ahead to the second formula that we are going to derive here, and that is nothing but that is gamma equals to be G plus SE upon 1 plus E into gamma W. So for that I just start with the formula of gamma, and as you know that gamma is nothing but that is weight upon volume, and weight is nothing but that is the weight of water as well as the solids, whereas the volume is of both voids as well as the solids. Yes or no? Now from here just take the WS common here. So here you will see that WW upon WS will be in the bracket, and the second term will be equals to be WS upon WS. Fine, or that can be simply written as 1 also, whereas here if you calculate the Vs in the common, then this will be equals to be Vv upon Vs plus 1. So again here you can see that Ws upon Vs into, here you will see that this particular term, this is nothing but this is water content, and this term is nothing but that is 1. Whereas this term, that is Vv upon Vs, is nothing but that is your void ratio. So now you can simply write down that as 1 plus W upon 1 plus E in the denominator. Now see, again here you can see that this term, that is weight of solids to the volume of solids, is nothing but that is your gamma of solids. Yes or no? So again here you can simply say that this is nothing but this is gamma of solids multiplied by 1 plus W divided by 1 plus E. So this is gamma. Now let us move ahead. Now gamma can be again written as C. Gamma of solids is nothing but that is equals to be GT into gamma W. Yes or no? How I got this? See, this is nothing but this is GT here. GT is equals to be gamma S upon gamma W. Yes or no? So gamma solids can be written as gamma W into GT also. So here what I am going to write down, instead of this gamma solids, I am going to write down GT into gamma W. So here GT into gamma W. And instead of W, that is water content, what I am going to write down here is Se upon G using this formula. Okay, so just put here that is Se upon GT divided by 1 plus E. If you now multiply the GT inside the bracket, then the gamma will become equals to be GT plus Se. See, GT and GT will be cancelled out upon the cross multiplication, and gamma W is still outside the bracket upon 1 plus E. So this is actually the formula that you wanted to derive here, and that is we are already here. But the same formula can be used in the different form also. So for example, let us suppose if you want to calculate the value of gamma dry. So for dry, you know that the degree of saturation is equals to be 0, and if you put the degree of saturation, that is S equals to be 0 in this formula, the formula will become equals to be GT into gamma W upon 1 plus E. You just put the value of S here equals to be 0. Similarly, if you want to calculate the value of gamma saturated, put the value of S equals to be 1. So here the formula will become equals to be GT plus S is 1 multiplied by E into gamma W upon 1 plus E. So hence gamma saturated will become equals to be G plus E into gamma W upon 1 plus E. So that is another formula. See, I am just putting those into boxes so that you can remember that these are the formulae that we have already derived. Now let us talk about the gamma submerged. Now see, as we have already derived that gamma is equals to be G plus Se into gamma W upon 1 plus E, and now you have also calculated that gamma saturated is equals to be G plus E into gamma W upon 1 plus E, and you also know that gamma submerged is equals to be gamma saturated minus gamma W that we derived when we defined the value of gamma submerged. So just put the value of your gamma saturated here, that is G plus E into gamma W upon 1 plus E minus gamma W. Take the LCM. So this will be equals to be G plus E into gamma W minus 1 plus E into gamma W divided by 1 plus E. So now here you will see that E and E will be cancelled out and minus 1 will be present here into gamma W upon 1 plus E. So this is the formula for gamma submerged. So now see, here we have actually calculated total formulas, that is one is for gamma another is for the gamma saturated, another one is for the gamma submerged, and yes, we also derived the formula for gamma D, that is equals to be G gamma W upon 1 plus E. So these are total 4 formulae that is derived only from a single formula. Now let us move ahead to the third formula that I want to derive here is gamma D equals to be gamma upon 1 plus W. So for that, I again want to write gamma formula, that is weight of water plus weight of solids upon volume of soil. If I just calculate the numerator by taking Ws as common here, so it will be Ww upon Ws plus 1 in the numerator, whereas denominator is nothing but that is the volume of soil. Now simply make these two separate. The first separate term is Ws upon volume of soil, whereas the another bracket is 1 plus Ww upon Ws. What is this? Weight of water upon weight of solids, that is water content. So just write down small w here. Now again see what is this term, that is the first bracket. See, gamma dry is nothing but that is weight of solids plus weight of water, but for the dry soil you know that weight of water is 0 divided by volume of soil. So this is nothing but this is gamma dry. So gamma dry into 1 plus W is equals to be gamma. So this is the third formula that we have derived here. So total 3 formulae I have derived in this particular session. Derivation is very simple, and yes, derivation is optional also, because no one is going to ask you that you have to derive the formula when you are going to solve the numerical. But yes, understanding how you can derive is important. You need not to be derived that formula in the exams, but you should understand that how the derivation is done. And yes, you have to remember these formulae to solve the numericals that we are going to do in our next lectures. So we will meet again in our next lecture. Till then, keep learning, keep growing.